Welcome to iGlobal Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. In the last 12 to 24 hours, the Australian dollar is attempting to try and recoup some of its losses. After the recent U-turn from 76 cents, the market took a plunge to a low of 75.21 before staging a mild recovery. At present, after since hitting a bump in the road around 76 cents, I still expect to see a bearish defense and also likely ambush from the bears to see the market tumble back towards a support soon at 75.35 and eventually lower towards the region around mid 74. Until we get a substantial break above 76.25, I still see this as a sell zone. A slight U-turn also in the dollar index and also the euro. Beginning with the dollar index, since it posted a high of 94.09, the market has dropped back slightly to a low of 93.70 with the key support seen at 93.40. This on the flip side has seen euro stage a recovery from 116.60-65 after posting the previous day's low of 75 and overnight 116.60. What started all the upset in the US dollar to pull back was the fact that President Trump has called off the summit with North Korea, which has now sent another wave of uncertainty through the market. Trump said North Korea comments to the US were open hostility for the cancellation of the summit and warned the US military was a standby if needed. He went on to say, sadly, based on the tremendous anger and hostility displayed in the most recent statement, I feel it is inappropriate at this time to have a long-planned meeting with North Korea. Hopefully things will turn positive and in respect to the future of North Korea, but if they don't, we will be ready and we have ever been before. Not the most positive words, but with the dollar pulling back. From a trading point, though, I wouldn't be short the euro due to the fact is the measured move was down to 116.60-65 and with the low of 75 has been respected. I believe the market can retrace now in a short-term bull trend to 117.45 to 118.65-75, and it is from this point that I feel the market will start showing some bearish traction and do expect to see a retest to the lows. Well, the dollar yen took another challenge to the downside overnight, but soon stopped in its tracks at 108.94 low, and rebounding slightly has actually put a slight bullish step this morning. I do expect to see the market test a little bit higher and look towards the region of 109.85.95 to 110.65 and reassess from there. The British pound took a challenge to the downside overnight, but found that it got into a little bit of trouble after finding the support at 133.20.30 and did rebound quite positively from there after printing a low of 32. Not quite out of the bearish trenches, the market still has to stage a little bit more to the bull case, and if we can get a rise above 134.10, this would look up towards 135. Overnight, the British pound did start to lose its momentum after before the economic release. Now, the UK retail sales crushed the forecast estimate of 0.8 and posted a substantial gain of 1.6. This is another good number for the UK, and I do expect to see some positive numbers coming through, which would soon support the case of a potential hike in from the Bank of England of 20 to 25 basis points, and this should put a bit of more momentum in the pound. And I do believe we are seeing a base being formed at 133.20 to see that recovery, as I mentioned, at 135. After the numerous stabs to the downside and finding a base around 1278.81, gold has staged a particularly substantial rally, partly on the back of the geopolitical tension that's come out of the US and North Korea, has put the safe haven demand back in the focus. And now, as you can see, we are looking for a further test up. We would need to see a break above 1306 to get the next leg up towards 12. So far this morning, we have seen a high of 05. Looking to silver, also staging a pretty much firm advance since from $16.40. I believe since taking out 55 that we are looking up towards 85. And it is from there the profit taking may come back into the market and still be locked in this range of 16.15 to 16.85. My concerns for oil above $72 wasn't fully supportive. And as you can see, with no confirmation, is that my concerns have turned into a bearish outlook and looking towards $69.50 as called for yesterday. Overall, we should see if whether the bulls can actually stage a protection towards this region. If not, we're looking down towards 65 as the target. Any advances on the day should still find good resistance now, coming in at 71 to 71.5. Well, that wraps up for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day and a great start to the new weekend.